Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Looney. Today we're answering a big question for option sellers. Should you sell weekly or monthly options? I'm going to break down the pros and the cons, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing with my Oscar position right now. Quick shout out to the Discord. It is free to join. And if you want access to my trades or one-on-one coaching and a full options selling course, the premium is just $8 a month. The links to that are in the description. So let's keep it different. Let's go over the core difference between weekly and monthly options. Weekly options are a faster expiration. They have more flexibility and more chances to react to market moves, and also faster time decay, meaning more rapid premium erosion. Now, monthly options, on the other hand, have less active management, oftentimes more liquidity, smoother theta curve, and easy to track if you have multiple positions. So right now, I'm holding let's go over my Oscar positions. Let's pull up Oscar, and we can see here, past month, it has declined. And usually selling options or selling cash secured puts are great when a stock is red. And you don't want the stock to be on a decline, but I believe that Oscar is declining for no reason. The fundamentals haven't really changed. They have a lot of cash and their growth is still there. It's more along the lines of analysts giving downgrades. So therefore, I think it's a great time to invest. That's why I have my own positions. I have 3 right now. I have one at 15, one at 12, and one at 11. And I choose monthly options, and really that's because I want less management. So the longer you choose an expiration, the less really management you have to do. So I chose one that was about a month out. Let's go to the 8th, because at the time it was a month out. I opened it a few weeks ago. And actually, no, I think it's the 15th. Which one do I have? Which one does this one expire? Let's go to the 15th. Oh, it expires actually pretty soon. So we can look at that, the 1st. So this one expires right now. But if we go out to like the 4-week mark, these ones, they give you more time. You have more time to just let it play out and see where it goes. The premiums are obviously greater as you increase the options. But on the other hand, shorter term are actually, the return is a little bit more, percentages wise is a little bit more. So if you did 4 similar trades, you'd get a little bit more than just doing one 4-week trade, but really it is not a big difference. It's very negligent. And also, because a stock like Oscar is so volatile, the option won't be replicable. So you can't do the same trade over and over again, if we're being honest, especially because I did one on a $15 and now I'm looking at ones that are like $12 or $11 puts. So monthly, or at least for myself, they give me an opportunity to DCA. With weekly, you have to be a little bit more management and just constantly looking at things. So if I did one at $15, I would have got assigned already, and then I'd be looking for the 13 or the 12. And you could clearly see that in this example that I would be in a tough situation. Now, monthly, it's better for myself. I think it's just less management. The premiums are a little bit better. And yeah, you could just let things play out. You could let the option do its thing. You could choose lower delta and just let it play out. But if you're a beginner, I would say weekly is a little bit better. You get those repetitions in, you get those reps in, you get to learn quickly how options work or selling cash secured puts work. And eventually you might realize that selling monthly options is a little bit more ideal. You don't want to be looking at the charts every day or every week, and therefore the monthly is a little bit more appropriate. Also, sometimes the monthly are kind of less expensive. So if I were to look at this Oscar one, let's go back to it. Let's go to trade options. Let's go about 2 weeks out. Now, if I want to do one that is the setup that I usually like, and that is lower delta, like that 0.2 delta, I would need 1,200 in this trade, or minus the premium, I need 1,175. But if we go out a month and we do that similar trade where we're going at that 0.20, we'd go to that $11. And we hit sell, and here we'd only need 10.45. So there is that trade-off. The premiums help with time. And that's why I like monthly. It's just less capital needed. And therefore, that's why I use it. We can see that my account is up to 55K. And I've been doing monthly, weekly options sometimes, but mostly monthly options because I do want that upside with more premiums. But weeklies are great if you want quicker profits from time decay. If you're just trying to play short-term volatility, like maybe around earnings or something like that, or you need more chances to adjust or to scale in. You want to get more reps in is what I was saying. So as of now, I'm just sticking to monthly. It's because I want to own Oscar long-term, and I'm just okay with getting assigned. And I'm also going to reinvest that premium. So those big premiums that I was just talking about with monthly options, I get to reinvest. So from just doing these ones, I believe I got like $200 in general. This one was 60. I believe the other one was like 100. And the other one was like 50. So around 200 from just premiums alone. And I could use those to sell more options, to sell more puts. And also I could get into covered calls. And I have other videos on that one as well. And lastly, I just don't want to spend every Friday adjusting. With monthly options, time is on my side. Plus, I get those solid premiums and just a comfortable strike range, especially for Oscar. I have $11, $12. I do believe I'll get assigned at this $15, which again is not the worst. I'm only going to be down 100. And then with considering the premium, I'm really not down that much. This one is the break-even's $14.50. So I'm only down a few bucks. So really not the worst scenario. So what's my final thoughts and just my overall breakdown of things? For beginners, I would say try weeklies to learn faster. Get those reps in, keep doing them, and eventually you'll learn what works, what doesn't work. And yeah, it's just good practice. If you're a busy trader, I would stick with monthlies just to reduce management. There's a lot less management. You could just let it expire worthless or just get assigned. You're not really too concerned of day-to-day things. If you're looking at high volatility stocks like leverage positions, which you do that often, weeklies can pay more, but longer term positions, monthlies just give a little bit more breathing room. I know a lot of people are saying do SoFi. I don't think SoFi is a great time to sell puts on. It hasn't really gone down at all. We haven't seen any sort of support line. So it's hard to say where SoFi can go to. But let me know in the comments. Do you prefer weekly or do you prefer monthly for your trades? Drop a like if you're selling options with strategy and join the Discord to see my trades in real time. Peace.